Hello dear students, so welcome back to my channel again. So today we are going to start with the next exercise, and in next exercise we are going to find the value of the letters which are given in capital format. Okay, and we call this kind of special mathematics as cryptarithms. Okay, so we call it cryptarithms. So today we are seeing exercise 5B, page 58. So let's begin with the problem. So in the first one, we always know that we add from the ones place. Yes, so the same thing I am going to do out here as well. So here we need to find the value of the unknowns, that is a and b, right? So here when we add a and 5, I am getting 2 out here. Okay, so that means we can have many choices. Either a plus 5 can be 2. Okay, and please remember this, all these capital letters are single digit positive quantities, right? Okay, so either a plus 5 will be 2, or a plus 5 will give me 12, so that I can write 2 and 1 is carried over. Okay, or else I can have a plus 5 equals to 22 and so on. Is that clear? Okay, so we may have these many choices. So let's see what happens to the value of a from here. So from here a will be equals to 2 minus 5. From here a will be 22 minus 5, right? And from here a will be 22 minus 5. I'm sorry, here it will be 12 minus 5 and so on, right? So from here, what is the value of a? From the first one it will be 2 minus 5 is minus 3. From here a will be 12 minus 5, that is 7. From here a will be 17 and so on, right? Now if you see here carefully, a is negative here, so definitely it cannot be our answer. A is 2-digit number, definitely it cannot be our answer. So the answer is 7 for me. Okay, so the value for a is 7. Now we'll rewrite this again. Okay, so we have therefore 3a 2 5 plus b 2 can be rewritten as 3a. How much is a? A is 7. So we have 2 and 5. So when they are added, so let's see what happens here. So if I add, I'll get 12 out here. So 1 is carried over. So 1 is kept here. So 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6, right? So 6. Now if I compare these two, so comparing this and this, 2 and 2 both are same, and b and 6 must be equal. So this implies that b will be equals to 6. Okay, so the value for unknowns, that is a and b, are a equals to 7, b equals to 6. So therefore at last you'll write a equals to 7 and b is equals to 6. Okay, so this is our first answer. Now let us go to the second question. Second question means here it is question number 4. So here what are the unknowns? Unknowns are a and b. So that means we will find the value of a and b again. So here we may have, as I said, we start adding from ones place. Okay, so we may have b plus 1 equals to 8, or b plus 1 equals to 18, or b plus 1 equals to 28 and so on. Okay, so from the first one, what is the value of b? B will be 8 minus 1, that is 7, right? From the second one, I may have b equals to 18 minus 1, that is 17. From the third one, I may have b equals to 28 minus 1, which is 27 and so on, right? So definitely this cannot be our answer because this is double digit number. Similarly, this is also a double digit number, so this cannot be our answer. So therefore, what is the value of b? the value of B will be 7. Is that clear? Okay, so this is my one answer. Now we are done with B. We need to find the value of A. So we'll again rewrite the question. So we have 2AB plus AB 1 B1 8. So let us rewrite this one. So we have 2. What is the value of A? We don't know. We have to still find the value of A. What is the value of B? The value of B is 7, right? So wherever B is there, I'll put 7. So here B is there, so 7 1. So addition, so B is here, 7 1 8, right? Okay, now 7 plus 1 is 8, so no carryover. So A plus 7 is 1. Okay, so again we write, we have A plus 7 equals to 1, or A plus 7 will be equals to 11, A plus 7 equals to 21, right? And so on. Fine. Okay, now from the first one, A will be equals to 1 minus 7, which is minus 6, right? So from here A will be equals to 11. This goes over there. 11 minus 7, that is 4. Okay, and from here we have A equals to 21 minus 7, that is 14, and so on, right? So again this cannot be our answer. This is double digited, this is negative, so this cannot be our answer. So the possible answer here is A equals to 4. So therefore we see that A is equals to 4 and B is equals to how much? B is 7. So this is our answer. So pause the video to note down. Okay, let's have a look at this question. So again we start adding from here. So we may have A plus B equals to 9. Next is A plus B equals to 19. Yes. A plus B equals to 29, and so on. Right? But wait. Here the problem is A and B are, again here the unknowns are A and B, and we know that both of them are single digit number. Okay, now there are no two single digit number whose sum is going to be 19, right? Now if I take the maximum value for A, it will be 9, and if I take the maximum value for B, that's also going to be 9, and their sum is going to be how much? 18. So the maximum sum possible for two single digit number is going to be 18, right? So we cannot have this. So similarly we cannot have this as well. So therefore what is A plus B from here? From here we get A plus B is equals to 9. Okay, that means A can have value 1, B can take value to be 8. Okay, if A is 2, B is 7. If A is 3, B will be 4. Okay, so that's what is going to happen right now. But we cannot guess in this manner. We have to go systematically. Okay, so we cannot find the value of A and B from here. So let me call it to be equation 1. Fine. Now we'll go to the next one. Okay, so we have also 2 plus A. 2 plus A can be either 0. Okay, can be either 0, or 2 plus A can be equals to 10, or 2 plus A can be equals to 20, and so on, right? So from here, what is the value of A? From here the value of A is minus 2, right? From here the value of A is going to be 10 minus 2, which is 8. From here the value of A is going to be 18, and so on. Now which one is going to be the correct one? Obviously the correct one is going to be this one. Yes, other one is negative, and this is double digit number, right? So we got the value of A. So therefore A is equals to 8, right? Now we'll use this one, equation 1, to find the value of to find the value of b. Okay, so from 1 we have a is 8 plus b equals to 9, right? Instead of a I have written 8, and from here what is the value of b? From here the value is b will be 9 minus 8, which would be 1, right? So we got the value of a to be 8 and b to be 1. So therefore let's check the value. So we have 1 to a. 1 to a is 8, right? And 6, 8, 1. When they are added, I should get 8, 0, 9. So let's check. So 8 plus 1 is 9. This plus 2 plus 8 is 10. So carried over 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 6 is 8, which is true, right? Which is true. So therefore a will be 8 and b will be equals to 1. So this will be my answer. So pause the video to note down. With this you will try these sums as well at home. So till now we saw the cases of addition only. So from now onwards I'm going to show you how to find the unknown digits if there is a multiplication sign. Okay, so here we say that there is a multiplication sign and here we are multiplying with 6. Okay, and whenever you see a particular digit which is multiplying, you have to first write the table of that particular digit. That means, for example, I am here writing 6. That means I am multiplying with 6. So that's why I will write the table of 6 out here. Okay, so let's see what will be the table of 6. So 6 into 0 will be 0. So 6 into 1 will be 6. 6 9s are 54. So this is our table of 6. Now what you need to observe here is when you are multiplying 6 to a digit, you are getting back the same digit. That means, see, all these are 6, right? So all this represent this number, okay, and all this digit represents your possible value for b. Okay, I'm not saying the value for b, it's possible value for b. So we can be either 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10. So it can be any of these values. It cannot be 10 or negative numbers, or it can be double. It can't be a double digit number. Okay, now whenever you are multiplying b, you are getting again b, right? So you have to get the same number in the units place or ones place. Okay, so here we have got 0, so here also we are getting 0. So that means we are getting b and b, same number. So here we have got 1, but here we have got 6. So this cannot be value for b. Okay, similarly here is 2. Here in ones place this is also 2. So this is possible. In this case it's not going to be possible. Here we have got 3, here we have got 8, not possible. Here we have got 4, here also we have got 4. Okay, similarly here we have got 6, here we have got 6, here we have got 8, here also we have got 8. So whatever I have underlined, those are the possible values for b. Okay, so first you need to write the table of that particular number. Okay, and you have to see the pattern, what is happening. So here I am multiplying b and I am again getting the same digit in the ones place. So 0 0, 2 2, 4 4, 6 6, 8 8, and in other cases we don't have like that. So we will omit those, right? Okay, now we'll again go back to the problem. So the possible values of b are, so what are the possible values? The numbers which are underlined, that is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So these are the possible values for b, right? Now let's check with each number. Okay, so we'll have when b is equals to 0. So this is our first case. So let's check what happens to this. So we have a b into 6 will be b b and Okay, now in such case we have A, and what is B? B is 0 into 6. Okay, and we have B, that is the value of B is 0. So we have 0, 0, 0. So make sure that when you write, you align the numbers in their particular position. Okay, so you don't write A here, okay, 6 here, so it may create some confusion. So make sure that you align each and every number in their respective position. Now whenever you are multiplying, okay, so here 0, 0, 0 means we are getting product to be 0. Now 6 into some number will be 0, and what is that number? That number will be 0. So from here directly I am getting A to be 0. Okay, and in multiplication, what we generally do is we'll try to omit the cases. We'll try to omit the cases where both answers are 0. Okay, for example, here only unknowns are A and B. We don't have any other unknown, and both the values are coming to be 0. A is also 0 and B is also 0. Okay, so we omit the case A equals to 0 and B equals to 0. So I will not say that this is my answer. Okay, so I am not going to call this to be my answer. Fine. Now we'll go to the another case, that is when B is equals to 2. Okay, so same thing I am going to do out here. So we have AB into 6, BB, B. So this can be written as A 2, the value of B is 2 into 6. So 2, 2, 2. Fine. So let's do the simplification here. So 6 into 2 is 12. So 1 is carried over. Okay. So next what I do is 6 into A will be 6A, right? So from here, what do I see? 6 into A will be 6A plus 1 must be equals to 22. Okay. So we have 6 into A plus 1 will be equals to 22. Okay, so from here I have this one goes over there, so 6 into A is equals to 22 minus 1, which is 21, right? And what is the value of A from here? A is equals to 21 by 6. Now can I divide here? No, we cannot. We can do just the cancellation by 3, right? But we won't get a whole number out here. Okay, and we know that A is a whole number, right? So this case is also not possible. That means B equals to 2 is not possible. Okay, just now we have seen that when B is 2, then A is turning to be 7 by 2. Make sure that both are whole numbers. So that's why my value for A and B cannot be these. Okay, so we'll go to the next part, that is when B is equals to 4. So we will omit this case, we'll omit this case. Now we are going to B equals to 4. Okay, so when B is equals to 4, in the same way we'll do here. So this question can be written as this much when B is equals to 4. Now let's see the multiplication part. So 6 into 4 is 24, so 2 is carried over. So similarly we have 6 into A plus 2 should give me 44, right? So plus 2 should give me 44. So again this 2 goes over there, becomes 42. So from here 6 into A will be 42, and from here what will be A? A will be equals to 42 by 6, which is 7, right? So in this case we see that A is also a single digit number and B is also turning to be a single digit number. So that's why my answer will be A equals to 7 and B equals to A equals to 7 and B equals to 4. So this is my answer. Okay, so this is my one of the answer. We have still not checked cases with 6 and 8. We have to still do that. So this will be my one of the answer. Okay, so you can pause the video to note down. Okay, so the next value for b is 6. So when b is 6, then the question becomes this one, right? So let's do the multiplication. 6 into 6 is 36. 3 is carried over. So the same thing is happening here. So 6 into a plus the carried over, that is 3, will be equals to 66, right? So this 3 will go there. So I'll get 6 into a equals to 66 minus 3 is 63. So from here we have a equals to 63 by 6. Again we won't get whole number in this case. So 3 to the 6, 3 to 1, right? So it is 21 by 2. So it is not a whole number. So that's why again we omit this case. That means b equals to 6 cannot be my answer. Okay, now we'll go to next case and the last case. So when b is equals to 8. Okay, so this question can be written in this way. If b is 8, let's do the same thing. So 6 into 4 is 48, right? So 8 is written, so 4 is carried over. So from here 6 into a plus the carried over, that is 4, must give me 88. Now let us solve this. So this goes over there, becomes 84. So 6 into a is equals to 84. And what is the value of a from here? A is equals to by 6. Yes, so let's do the cancellation. So 6 ones are 6, 2 is carried over 24, 6 fours are 24. And we are getting a to be a whole number, which is 14. Again, we know that a is not a double digit number, it is a single digit number. Again, we cancel this also. Okay, so in all the cases, among all the cases, we see that the only answer possible is a will be equals to 7 when b was 4, right? So this is the only answer possible for us. Okay, so you may pause the video to note down. Let's have a look at last question for the day, and whatever sums are left, please try at home so that you get comfortable with the process. Now again, as usual, here you are multiplying with 5, so that's why I need to write the table of 5. So here I've got the table of 5. So these are the numbers represented by this, and these are the possible values for b here. Okay, so again we are getting the same kind of problem here. Whenever you have b, you are getting again the b, right? So 0 and 0, this can be possible value for b. Here it is 1 and here it is 5, so we will cancel this. Here it is 2, here it is 0, again this is cancelled. So 3 and 5, 4 and 0, 5 and 5, so this can be our one of the answer. 6 and 0, so again cancel this. 7 and 5 cancel. 8 and 0, this is also cancelled. And 9 and 5, this is also cancelled. So this time we are going to have only two possible cases for b, right? That is 0 and 5. Okay, so the possible, or let me write it here, the possible values of b are 0 and 5, right? 0, 0, 5, 5. So the only possible values for b are 0 and 5. So let's check the cases when b is 0 and b is 5. So when b is equals to 0, let's see what happens. Okay, so when b is 0, then the same question can be rewritten in this format, right? So wherever b is there, I put 0. Now 5 into 0 is 0, right? So there is no carried over. So here again we are getting the same kind of problem. So it is 5 into a is giving me a, right? So again the possible values for a will be 0 and 5, right? Okay, so again this gives me the possible values of a are 0 and 5, again 0 and 5, because when you are multiplying a, you are getting again a, right? Okay, so let's check another case. So this is our main one. So this is case 1. Let me call this to be case 1. So when A is 0. So when A is 0, let's see what happens here. So when A is 0, this part, okay, so this can be written as A0 into 5, CA0 can be written as 0, because A is 0, into 0 into 5 equals to C0, 0, right? This is also 0, this is also 0. Now basically you are multiplying 5 with 0. Double 0 means it is 0, and 5 into 0 gives me 0, right? So this also gives me, this has to be 0 to get this full thing to be 0. So 5 into 0 will be 0, so that's why C also has to be 0. Now from here, what did I see? From here I saw that A was 0, and this A came to be 0 when B was 0, right? And from these two I saw that C is also 0. Here all the unknowns are turning to be 0, so that's why we omit such cases, as I said from the earlier problem. Okay, so case 1, that is A equals to 0, fails here. Is that clear? So we'll go to case 2. So case 2 is when A is equals to 5. Okay, so when A is equals to 5, let's see what happens to this. So again we'll rewrite this part. So we have A0 into 5 CA0, so this can be written as A is 5, so 5 0 into 5 C 5 0, right? So from here what do I get? 5 into 5 is 25, and from here I am getting 5 into 5 is 25, and this 25 has to be equals to this much, right? Yes. So if I compare both sides, what is the value of C? From here, so the value of C is going to be 2, right? 5 and 5 both are same, so C has to be equals to 2. So that's why, what did I see? From here I saw that A was 5 when B was 0, and I got C to be 2. So this will be my one of the answer. Okay, so you may pause the video to note down. So we have finished the case when B is equals to 0. Now we'll go to the next case when B is equals to 5. If B is equals to 5, this was our question, and this can be rewritten as this much. So wherever B is there, I have replaced with 5. So let's do the sum. So 5 into 5 is 25, carried over is 2, right? So from here what do I see? I see that 5 into A plus 2, that is carried over, will be equals to CA, right? And what is CA? CA is a double digit number, right? Now let us write CA in generalized form. So the general form of 2-digit number. This is in ones place and this is in tens place. So that's why this can be written as 10 into C plus A into 1 is A. Is that clear? So let me get this A out there. So we have 5 into A minus A, and let me send this to that side. So in 10 into C minus 2, right? So from here we have got 4A, 5 into A, that's 5A minus A is 4A, and 10C minus 2, right? So we don't have C here, so we cannot subtract here. So instead we can take 2 as common. So if I take 2 common, then from here we have 5C, and from here 1 is left, right? So from here what is the value of A? The value of A is 2 into 5C minus 1, and this 4 goes to the denominator. So 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. That is 5C minus 1 by 2. Okay, so the value of A is going to be this much. Now we'll take different value for C and check what is the possible value of A. Okay, now let's see. When C is equals to 0, let's check what will be the value of A. So when C is 0, so it will be 5 into 0, 5 into 0. You have to do this part in the rough. So when C is 0, then this is 5 into 0 minus 1 divided by 2. So this is 5 into 0 is 0, 0 minus 1 is minus half. So minus half will be the value for A. So we'll again omit this. Now we'll take another value for C, that is 1. So 5 into 1 minus 1 by 2 will be 5 into 1 is 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 by 2 is 2, right? So we see that when C is equal to 1, then A will be how much? A will be equals to 2. Okay, now we'll go to another value for C, that is when C is 2. So it will be 5 into 2 minus 1 by 2. That is 5 minus 2. 5 into 2 is 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. So 9 by 2. So 9 by 2 will be the answer for A. Again, we'll omit that. We'll go to next case, that is 5 into 3. So 5 into 3 minus 1 by 2. So 5 into 3 is 15 minus 1 is 14. So 14 by 2 is 7, right? So when C is equals to 3, then what is the value of A? Then the value of A is turning to be 7. Okay, now we'll move on to next value for C. So when C is 4, so it will be 5 into 4 minus 1 by 2. So 20 minus 1 is 19 by 2. Again, we cannot have the value of A to be 19 by 2. Similarly, let's go to the other value, that is 5. So 5 into 5 minus 1 by 2. So 5 into 5 is 25 minus 1 is 24 by 2, which is 12, right? So which is again a double digit number. That means if you go from 5 onwards, that is 6, 7, 8, 9, you will always get either a fractional number or a double digit number. Okay, so the only possible values for A, B and C are here. So when B is equals to 5, then A will be 2, B is 5 as I said, and C is 1. So this can be one of the answer. Okay, or we can have A equals to 7 when B was 5 and C is equals to 3. Okay, so these two are the answers from when B is equals to 5, and we have already got one more answer from the earlier case, that is A equals to 5 when B is equals to 0 and C equals to 2. Okay, so in this particular question we have got 3 answers, that is this one and this one. So you may pause the video to note down, and please try the rest of the sums at home. Thank you very much.